You know what? I was muted. I am so sorry. It's late. Um, so let me try this again. Welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism. What this is, if you're very new to our discussions, it's open discussion. It's all about us learning and sharing and supporting one another. For those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment.
And hello, everyone. I'm Linda, and I'm the other admin here. I hope everyone's having a good day.
Yeah, Heidi, I was muted. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't realize it. I go to talking and there's the mute. Hopefully, everybody is okay. And for those of you who celebrated Thanksgiving, I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful holiday. I did. I always enjoy Thanksgiving because it brings the family together. And we weren't able to do that last year. So it was really nice. I had all four of my kids together and all four of the grands and my parents. So it was a wonderful, wonderful day.
And those were really nice pictures you shared on your
Thank
Facebook.
you.
It looked really looked like you guys had a really good time.
Yeah. Yeah, we just get comfortable and just, go to the parents' house and lots of conversation and eating and laughter. Uh I did not hear. I did not hear right. Thanks for opening the group. I did not hear right. Oh, because I was muted. Well, you're welcome, Lori. Hey, Mr. Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Sonia. How are you?
And hey, Teresa. Hey, Lori. And hey, Sonia. Heidi.
Happy Thanksgiving. It was great on our end. Hope it was for everyone else. That's wonderful, Heidi. The picture just disappeared. What picture? It just disappeared. I'm not sure. I know it's just referring to Mr. Charles.
Oh, he said he can't see Linda. Oh, no, my picture wasn't up.
Okay. Linda's incognito right now. I had a nice dinner, turkey dinner with you Americans. Like usually, I am in Florida at this time. Okay, awesome. Hey, Danielle, how are you?
Hey, Roxy.
Mr. Charles, you couldn't see Linda.
Oh, hey, Danielle.
Hey, Foxy Roxy. I love the video on Instagram, DeAndre. Oh, yeah. Loves his mics. We have to thank Linda. He purchased that. Linda bought him a gift card and he made his purchase with a microphone. So he's making good use out of it.
Good. Good. I know he likes to shop, and I wanted him to
Yes,
have
he
something
chose.
after he had to go through that procedure. I was like, yeah, this will make him happier. I mean, happy.
We definitely appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're in. Oh, okay. You're in Montreal tonight. Okay, that's strange. I thought Linda was in California. Mr.
Incognito.
Charles.
No, I moved to Cognito. You didn't know that.
Oh, Mr. Charles. Heidi says hi, everyone. That video made my day. Awesome. Yeah. And then the thing is, I am trying the TikTok and the Reels thing. So I'm learning too. So my voiceover and him doing it. So yeah. Um, I was trying to make out some of the things he said. And I know it had something to do with boxing. I have to listen to it again because he was so excited. He got on that mic like, I'm saying what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're doing I like TikTok because like what I made maybe like two, I think, but it's so it doesn't feel like it's going to come out the way it does, but it does, and it comes out, and then you play around with the extra things, which yours come out really good.
Yeah, I'm still learning. So I'm gonna learn some of those other tricks they do with the photos in the hand and all of that good stuff.
Yeah. You know who's good with it is Veronica.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check
Mm-hmm.
out some of hers too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what's been going on, you guys, besides holiday and we have snow. We have the snow
Do you?
that sticks tonight.
Nice.
It last time it didn't stick, now it sticks. Ugh.
Is
Yeah.
it continuing? Is it
Oh no,
snowed?
it's not snowing now, but
Oh, that's
it's
good.
snow out there. So yeah,
So the roads would be less of a mess, right? Because if it
it
stops
shouldn't be too.
snowing,
It shouldn't be too much of a mess tomorrow morning. It probably was a mess this morning,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
but yeah, tomorrow morning when I wake up, it shouldn't be too bad.
Oh, that's
If
good.
in case unless it snows again, I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
what I was wondering. Yeah.
Cindy and I have enjoyed a relaxing weekend at home. Oh,
Nice.
wonderful. I'm going to put the link in there for you, Mr. Charles. Oh, I should have put it in up. And I want to remind you guys the calendar. Tonight is the last night. I did the second chance. I let it go over the holiday. I was supposed to take it down. But after tonight's live, I'm going to shut it down so I can get to work. So I'm going to put the link in there for those of you who are interested. And for the second chance, there's Mr. Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Hi, Anita and Linda.
I've been here for a year already. When did you start going online with this video chat autism room? With this one, we've been here how long? Since we started?
Yeah, at least 2018
Yeah.
for sure, but 2017, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nita, you remember you used to just come on
Yeah, I
Sunday
used
at
to do
7.
it just in the
Mm-hmm.
group and
Yeah.
then decided let's do it on the page. So yeah. Yeah, it's been a while. Been a while.
Hi, Lori.
Okay, you guys, I will be right back. Uh-oh. You got it, Linda?
Yeah, let me look into this one.
Okay.
Oh no, this is one of those.
Oh, goodness. Let me.
Yeah, I don't know if I can delete it. I'm on the phone. Oh, here it goes. Want me to delete it?
Yeah, I blocked.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
When
Sorry
somebody posts something
that, guys.
inappropriate or something.
Yeah, what it is we see it go around in the group, and hopefully nobody responds to it. You can just report it to us. It's promising a cure with their treatment or their I don't even know what they call it, but it's a promotional thing for a cure, but it's really spam and it's not true. It's some kind of it's not even like saying it's a therapy or anything like that. It's
Snake
I
oil.
forgot what it was. Almost to me, it always reminds me of like a witch doctor type of thing.
Yeah, it makes me think of snake oil.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. So if you guys ever see that, just report it and we take it down right away. There are a couple people get in and then they just go haywire and put it everywhere.
Yeah. How's
Yeah,
everybody else doing?
hopefully everyone's doing well. Hey, everybody who is in here, if you happen to have YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Oh, that's right. That's another app I have to install. I just got me an iPhone, and my daughter bought me an iPad, and
Okay.
got a list of apps I have to install on them, and I've gotten to some of them, but I have a whole long
Oh.
to go to get them all installed.
Mm-hmm.
I ran into a bug in Apple software which was preventing me from installing any apps, and then the Apple support finally got me past that bug.
Oh, okay, really? What do you run Mac computers or do you use
I
PC?
have a Windows computer,
Oh, okay.
Windows PC, but that this bug affected anyone who is new to the Apple world. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say because it's not common to have a bug with Apple.
Yeah, this bug affected anyone who is brand new to the Apple world.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm here, but I'm eating, you guys. So
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Heidi says, I'm looking for a picture for Joshua right now. That was the first I've heard of that. I've heard of this. Okay, and
yeah, I'm going to be taking it down right after the live tonight.
So in other words, you got to load that picture, before the live is over.
Right.
and hey, Nita, can you post the YouTube channel link?
Oh, okay. Sure can.
Teresa asked, what is the name of the YouTube channel? Everybody can find the link. She's putting it in now. And we're trying to build up the community over there. So everybody be sure to check it out and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hey, Rose.
The thing that's nice now is the
It doesn't
iPhone.
matter either way. You can leave it open.
iPad has 64 gigabytes of storage. Is way more than I've had in any device I've had before, and
Really?
has 256. So that's 4 times what the
Wait,
iPad has.
I thought you said you had 60. Oh, you have 256 on this one, on the iPad?
The phone has 256. The iPad is 64. Both are way more than I had in any device I had before.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
I think both the phone and the tablet I had before were 16.
Real, I forgot about those. Yeah,
Yeah.
the 16.
But the battery failed on the tablet, and the phone was slowing way down, and so I needed to replace the phone, and my daughter replaced the tablet for me.
Oh, nice. That was nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Lori says, I had to go to a friend's funeral, so I am feeling spiritual and calm.
Yeah. So many of us have had to attend funerals in the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Danielle's.
Oreo. He snuck a half gallon of Oreo cookie chocolate chip ice cream. He got all ramped up about Black Friday shopping.
Oh yeah, he was ready. He was ready.
That's funny. And Heidi says she's working on it now. And there is the YouTube channel. And you're welcome, Teresa.
Okay, and I also want to mention, if you're in the group, and you have a YouTube channel, we have a post. We don't allow you to post YouTube in the group, but there is a post under the announcements section where you can share your YouTube channel, and we'll follow you back. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, I might add for the lady that mentioned this the first she heard of it. You have to follow the directions carefully in there. Just mention that because just so you're aware. Follow those directions carefully because this is the last night for it. So
Heidi says that she went out of the stream and she came back and she can't see the link.
Yeah.
Oh, you put it. Oh no, I put it up at the top, but I don't know if it's clickable.
Let me see if I can pin it. Hold on.
Okay.
1 second.
I think it's okay. Yeah, it's not pinned. It's actually just in the comments banner.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'd have to scroll up to get to it. Okay.
And Foxy says, who else has an extremely hard time getting or finding what our babies ask for Christmas? Raymond always puts me on missions. Does he want difficult things or rare things? We don't. My family doesn't celebrate Christmas. We're Jehovah's Witnesses, but Emily never asks for anything. Like very rarely. Every once in a while, she'll ask for a book, a specific book that she might find online, and she might want that. But there's things that, like if we're at the store, I see her say, look at something, and I ask her, do you want that? Yes, she wants it, or get her something, and she loves it. But she doesn't ask for things very often. How about your kids?
DeAndre does.
Oh, that's right.
Microphones, guitars.
But you know what? DeAndre does really good with it too. You know how some kids will ask, and want it, but then get it and not use it? He actually uses his things.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Some things I remember, because although I don't celebrate it now for the same reason that Linda doesn't, but some things I remember when I was growing up, and we celebrated in my family. Some presents I've gotten that really stand out in my mind were an electric train set when I was 8, a chemistry set when I was 10, and I got, in succeeding years, got more advanced chemistry sets. And let's see, chess set also when I was 10. Those are a few of the things that stand out in my mind as things that I got when I was growing up.
Yeah, I remember I always wanted skates and a bike. Like those, like, I think a bike might have been like every other year as you grow and you use it. And then skates were about the same. But those were my two favorite things that I constantly did. So I always had to have those replaced.
Yeah. And of course, with Dorothy, we, was not celebrating Christmas. We just bought her presents whenever we felt like it, and probably more often than we would have if we celebrated Christmas than birthdays.
I used to tell my kids that. I said, I said I could be like my parents, wait till Christmas, wait till your birthday. But then you have to find a balance too, where it's like, okay, you guys, or with Emily, what we did a lot was earning things. So that's how we kind of balanced it out with her.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the way I was with my old phone. Okay, yeah.
I can't see the continued part of this comment, Anita. I can read until I can't see it anymore.
Okay, let me pull it up on
Okay.
Facebook.
Okay. So what I see is my daughter was diagnosed recently with autism, and before the age of 2, she was very anxious, which was not normal for me. I was always thinking because I was pregnant with her sister. Now I am having a hard time with her. My husband doesn't help me with anything and feel depressed. I am taking care of 3 children. 2 are mine, and the third is my husband's. Since 2019, which is 2 years now, I can't clean my house, neither wash their clothes properly. I don't know how to manage with 4.5 years, and then it stops.
Yeah, there's a W, and yeah, it's
With
probably
Austin and 2 years girl.
Yeah.
Oh, a 2-year-old girl. And it stops there, Anita?
Yeah, stops there.
I mean, I'll say this: it is sad, to hear of men who don't participate in their kids' lives, don't understand, who don't want to be a significant part of their kids' lives and help with their kids and everything. Because I look at the relationship my daughter and I have now, and there's no way it would be like that if I hadn't I was the primary one, in fact, spending time with her and everything when she was growing up, and here we are now.
Yeah, I can also say, as as a mom, so I had 3 kids under 5 years old as a young mom, um, in my early 20s. That was difficult because the age, and they were all neurotypical, but it was very, very difficult. But um, age plays a big part. So right now, those are the most physically demanding years, I think, with children. Um, so yeah, I guess I can say we can relate with that. Um, as far as not having your husband's help, yeah, that can be very difficult. I would say one thing is to focus on, um, to not put too much energy in that part as far as being upset if it's not going to change anything. Try to it's I know it's got to be hard, but try to stay positive and just know that you're doing that for your kids. And these difficult times always seem like they're never going to pass, but it does eventually get better, and I hope it does for you as well.
What you have to do is focus on what you have,
Hmm.
not on what you wish you had. Um, focus on that, and also don't beat yourself up when you make mistakes.
Hmm.
Don't beat yourself up because you can't do this or that. Um, you know, if you're doing the best you can, that's all you can do. That's
Hmm.
all that anyone has a right to expect of you. Um, you know, and that's the thing. And what's more, in the long run, your kids will appreciate that you did your
Hmm.
best for them.
And then understand, and right along with what Charles said, understanding that everything is not going to get done. It's just understanding and accepting. You may get a little bit of laundry, or the laundry that you need to wear the next day, you might get that done. Just focus on those little things, and just understand that. I even remember with, like I said, with my 3 little ones, I might have wanted to do everything, and only some of it was getting done, and I just had to give up, then okay, that's not going to get done. But hey, we're all here. We've got this. Uh, it says, Sonia says, so I hope that helps. If anybody else has any encouraging words of advice for her, that would be great. Um, Sonia says, Queen asked for tablets and a certain cereal. What cereal does she like? Tablets. She has more than, she wants different types of tablets. Um, Hi, Linda and Anita, and hi, Charles. This is Lizzie. Lizzie says hi. I'm not feeling so good.
Hi back.
90, she's at
Hey, Kate.
99.8 temperature.
Hope you feel
Hope you get
better.
feeling better.
Hi, Kate.
And Foxy says Raymond is always into the opposite character of the popular ones. So, like for example, in every movie, he doesn't care about the main character. He likes the villains. I had a son like I still have him, but I don't know if he's still like that. And so instead of Batman, he liked Joker, and yeah, things like that.
Yeah,
Same
I
thing.
sometimes was like that. I remember one time when, for English class, we were assigned to write an essay about a famous person, and I chose Al Capone. But uh, and among other things, I referred to him as a great man in my essay.
So instead of famous, you picked an infamous man instead of a
Yeah,
famous.
I
Well, I
know.
guess it was both, but it was more infamous.
Yeah, and when my daughter was little, one of the cartoon shows she used to watch was called the Laugh Olympics, and there were 3 teams playing. One was called the Scoobies. I forget what the other one was. And then there was the Really Rottens, and the Really Rottens always cheated. They always ended up getting caught and getting disqualified. And
Hmm.
I always rooted. When I was watching it with Dorothy, I would root for the Really Rottens.
That's like, I think it was called Lazy Town, I think, and they had Rotten Robbie on there, and he was always He was. It was always more funny when he was on, when his scenes were on there.
All right, great. That's great, Heidi. Okay.
Awesome.
And Lori says, my daughter was shocked at 8 to hear there was no Santa. She was upset for the rest of her life. Please don't let that ruin your daughter's trust about what is real and what is not real. It was devastating when she told me she lost trust in me. High functioning 8 is still fantasy minded, like much younger.
It was when I was 8 and my sister was 5 that we both discovered that Santa Claus was not real. And to me, it wasn't really that much of a surprise or a letdown. You know, I don't know. Of course, different thing, you know, raising my daughter, not celebrating the holiday. When she was 4 years old, on Christmas Eve, there was a guy outside our townhouse walking down the sidewalk. He was dressed up as Santa Claus and yelling, ho, ho, ho. Dorothy yelled out the window at him and told him that he was a big fake.
Oh my goodness.
But for those that don't know, my daughter was the first one to suspect that I might have a form of autism. She started urging me to watch the movie Rain Man, and finally I did. And when I watched it, I realized why she'd been urging me to watch it.
So, what traits or what characteristics did Rain Man have that you saw in yourself?
Well, of course, his ability with numbers was one thing, but another thing was I noticed the way he reacted to a catchy, you know, commercial jingle. He started repeating it again and again, and drove his brother nuts. And you know, that was one of the things. And while, you know, I'm not anywhere near as severely affected as he was, nor can I, you know, perform calculations in my head to the degree he could. You know, I could relate to his difficulty in you know, applying common sense to things and making practical application of it. Although I don't have that difficulty, but I could still kind of see it in that scene where the sign changed from walk to don't walk while he was halfway across the street and he didn't know what to do. Although I would know what to do in that situation, I could still understand his confusion about what to do. Um, you know, and there might have been a time in my life when that would have confused me. So I could relate to different things about him and even the way he talked and so on. Um, you know, I definitely saw the resemblance from watching that movie.
Okay. Thank you, Sandra.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
Oh.
good.
Foxy says, this is to Rose. So sorry, I know how that feels. I went through that with my kid's father, and he never came around to what both of our autistic children needed. So I left and started focusing on what my kids needed.
Yeah, you definitely have to put your focus where it's needed. Yeah.
Especially when your time and focus is limited.
Right.
Lori says she wanted Nintendo like her older friends had at 4 years. That her older friends had, and at 4 years old, then I let her play, and she was good.
Yeah, that was
Rose says
4 years old. She wanted the Nintendo that her older friends had. I got it.
Yeah, when she was 4 years old, yeah, exactly. Rose says, thank you so much. Thank you guys for supporting and giving her encouraging words.
Yes.
That's the thing. If you have a child who you know is not given to violent fits where they throw and smash things, you know, you can often, you know, trust them with sensitive devices. You know, if they're given to violent fits when they throw and smash things, then you have to think about that. before you even get them their first one.
Yeah. There was somebody here in this group that had an iPad, and I think the son got frustrated. He's older, and he got frustrated, and so his iPad broke when he got upset. But so he broke it, but I think he kind of understood it. I haven't checked in recently as far as the iPad, but I sent an iPad to him, and I don't know. I hear that he's still on his iPad, but I don't know if it's the same iPad. So hopefully he learned with that time down that away from his iPad that he won't treat it like that again. I mean, it was one random fit too. Like he had it for a while, then he broke it when he got upset, and then hopefully he remembered that spell of time without an iPad.
I think they do remember.
That's what I wonder. Yeah,
I've been through 5 TVs, but
yeah, that's right. That's right. And how many, Nita? How many in that one day?
It was, what was it, 3, 4, 3?
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, because he went from room to room.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
Wow.
the only one he didn't touch was the one. Was it my room? Because he went through his room, the living room, and the basement TV.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. Smashed.
I busted a couple of typewriters when I was growing up, but it wasn't due to violent fits or anything. It was just due to, playing with them and being a little rough and playing with them, and they busted.
Kids don't realize their strength. Some kids don't. When they hit on things,
And then I can understand too, how we get frustrated with an app or something's not working or it's freezing or, on a device, and what we feel like doing to it. But
right.
then, we have the control.
Have to control ourselves.
Yeah, we have the control. Yeah. And then, they just get more and more escalated, and then boom. So Roxy says it's crazy how the villains are more expensive than the popular main character. I wonder if that's because they're not as wanted. Like you get Superman, you're going to want Superman. All the kids are going to more often want him instead of a villain.
Villains are probably more expensive because they are wanted more. Probably they are in greater demand.
The villains?
The law of supply and demand. Things that are in greater demand cost more. Things that are in lesser demand are cheaper.
I thought it was the opposite. I thought if it was lesser demand, lesser supply, more demand.
That's right. Yeah, it's supply and demand. If the supply is limited, then that drives up the price. But I think in this case, it's that the demand is higher for the villains, which wow, but that's how it is.
And which ones does he like, Fox? Oh, yeah, I want to say. I remember the night I accidentally called her Foxy, and I've always done it now. Roxy, what villain does he like? Like which series? French Toast Crunch. You can only get it on Amazon. Whenever they break or it doesn't do what she wants it to do, then she wants a new tablet.
Oh, yeah. I am actually surprised DeAndre, he's held on to his iPad. So I am really, and he puts a lot into him too with his, I'm just shocked. I think he's had maybe this last one he's had for 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah, this last one. So, and we bought him maybe 3 or 4. But he holds on to this one for dear life. He can't go anywhere without it.
Emily used to be like that with her mini. And then now it's kind of cool because now she's on Steve's iPad Pro, and so she has different limitations, and she knows the parameters that I can't have it really in my room, but I can have it here or here. So it's more limited, has more control, so it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah. I think about the thing that is circulated on social media, shows a girl with this iPad, like a pad you put over your eye, and telling her mom, "This is not what I wanted."
That's cute.
It is.
Well, you asked for an iPad.
I know. Foxy Roxy
Oh,
says, my
first
daughter's father had nothing
Pam.
to do with this because he wanted an abortion. He is autistic. He is autistic. I told him he could do what he wanted to do. I let him choose, and he chose to pretend he did not have a daughter. My mistake was I never knew he was autistic.
Yeah,
I
but
think some men, even if he wasn't autistic, some men would do the same thing, but women too.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was going to say, yeah.
you can't blame it on the autism.
that really has nothing to do with autism, because
Right.
I mean, I couldn't dream of not being a part of my daughter's life, not developing a bond with her, which we did, and which we still have. I couldn't have dreamed of
Yeah.
not developing a bond with her.
Hey, Pam.
Hey, Pammy.
Hi, Pam. Yeah, yeah, that was the movie that led me to the conclusion. After watching the movie, I looked up autism in the Mayo Clinic Family Medical Guide, and at the tail end of the article, last couple of sentences, it said there is also a mild form of autism whose main symptom is social awkwardness. And I read that, bingo, that's me. And,
There you were.
yeah.
So you feel, Mr. Charles, so when you are around like a really crowded place, how do you feel? I mean, what does it feel like?
It's, well, of course, it depends on, there's crowded places and then there's crowded places, because sometimes it could be a place, place like an airport that's crowded, but you know where you're going, and you're going from point A to point B in that crowded place, and so that's one thing. There's another thing where it's a social gathering where you've got a
Mm-hmm.
large number of people. It's difficult for me to manage that, and of course, especially when the noise level gets high. I may, particularly if the music volume gets too high, and Cindy understands, I may have to go outside.
Okay. A while after I left, he had nothing to do with my kids. Wow.
But a lot of neurotypical guys are the same way.
Hmm. I don't know if it's that some men may be scared or of that word or what it is.
It's a lot of different things. I have a stepson who has fathered a total of, well, we know of at least 7 kids that he's fathered, and my late second wife Heloise and I knew of at least 7 kids that he'd fathered by 4 different women, but we suspected there were more, and you know and it's just you know populating the world, and he would have a little bit to do with some of his kids, but not a lot. I mean,
Not
you
a
can't,
lot.
it's particularly when you have kids with 4 different women or more, and they're scattered around places. How do you have a relationship with all of them? You can't. And
Right.
twice he left the girlfriend he was with while she was pregnant,
Oh
and
no.
for another woman. In one case, he had 2 women pregnant at the same time. So,
Wow. traveling man.
Yeah. You know.
So if you are just coming in, welcome. Make sure you guys hit on that like or love. Give us some love. Um, Also, if you're brand new to our discussions, what this is, what it's all about, is us having an open discussion about autism, supporting each other, sharing and learning from each other. So again, make sure you show us some love by hitting that button so to help bring us some traffic around these parts.
So how do I get my 10-year-old son to sleep in his own bed? Does he sleep in your bed? Or is he just not want to sleep in his room? And he might be sleeping like in the living room. I know one thing that we did with Emily was we had to stay in her bed until, like, say me or Steve, until she would fall asleep. And that stretch of time of her falling asleep and staying in her room grew and grew until she was in there all night.
Yeah, I had to
So we
with DeAndre. It was kind of hard. I used to have to chase him out of my bed. I would wake up and he would be right there. I'm like, no. And the older he got, it was like, no, 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 we can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
But now, actually, it was kind of easy after a while, after the back and forth. Now he loves his little privacy. So thank
Emily
goodness for
too.
that.
Right. I can go in there and lay with her for a second, like, hi, Emily. Go to mom's bed. She'll just tell me, go to
Get out.
mom's bed.
Get out.
She's sending me out. But used to be a time that she wouldn't be in her bed by herself.
Yeah. You just have to keep working with him, Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually he'll get it. Maybe put something in his room that he enjoys, that he wants to be in the room with, or something.
Or if he uses visuals like calendars, things like that, maybe a little reward system. That also worked with Emily with different things. Like, every day that you sleep in your room, or then make it farther and farther. Every 5 days you sleep in your room, then you get this.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's rough, Lori.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Well, her violent fit smashed my. And how your daughter is in her early 20s, late 20s? How old is your daughter? I think I remember you mentioning her age a while back. Sorry,
Roxy says.
Oh, go ahead.
Roxy says Raymond punched the living room TV, and I've lost count on how many phones Jaylene's had already.
Frustration.
Danielle says, been there with the frustration and breaking things.
I think just about all of us had a taste of it.
Jaylene throws the phones when the Wi-Fi goes out, and there goes the screens. Yeah, I'm surprised Emily's never broke something like this. She used to get so mad. That would be really her only meltdowns. I mean, her only meltdowns. But oh my goodness, I don't think she ever broke anything though. So when you guys do this, like, so Roxy, did you wait some time before you replaced the phones? I don't even know if we could go a period of time back then and still keep our sanity with Emily and the meltdown until she got it again. Loretta says, iPad at repair now, sensory issue, and a squeeze out of nowhere. Screen replacement. Oh my goodness.
Piano was too hard after she broke the tooth out. Oh
my goodness.
Right. It's when they don't like something before destroying an object. I always asked her if she liked the piano. She played it in 2 little concerts, and she has an ear for music. Wow.
Well, think of it this way, Lori. It's somebody can like something and still get angry and get violent with it. Think about how many items in the news you hear about domestic violence. And here you're talking about someone who said they loved somebody, but they get so angry that they are willing to beat up that person they loved. And people will do that with another person. They'll do that with an object too. People will destroy an object they enjoy in a fit of anger.
Wow.
And I guess that's just like us with our phone. Our phone isn't acting right. We get to that level, but then we exercise control. But at the same time, we can't live without our phone.
Right. We know we need it.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess that's where the anger and rage takes over the benefit of the item, and it goes out the door. They're not thinking of all those things.
Yeah, and it's tough when you get a situation where a child can't really understand the fact that sometimes the Wi-Fi is going to go out. Sometimes the Wi-Fi is not going to work, and so you're not going to be able to get the phone to do it. It's not your phone isn't the problem. The problem has nothing to do with the phone, and it's something that's beyond your control. But they can't grasp that concept, and so no matter how much you try to explain it to them, next time it happens, they're going to take their anger out on that phone again.
And it's an unexpected thing when it goes out, so that's like a change. Not okay, in 5 minutes we'll do this. It's a sudden change. Change is hard. So Roxy says right now he wants Mother Gothel from Rapunzel's mom, and also the Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts, isn't she from the Nutcracker? Is that what that movie's called? Mother Gothel. Yeah, I guess he does want some of the odder ones. I mean the villains, the less popular ones.
He probably has a very great collection. I can imagine his collection in his.
Of course, if I had both Jokers and the Deuce of Spades and Ace and King of Hearts, and I have an Uptown hand and Hearts as trump, I'd kind of like to have the Queen too.
Her father was terrified of getting old, aging, and did not want to be a father with responsibility after he said he wanted a baby. He got scared. It was scaring him to die. Okay. Wow.
Oh, I didn't know Pam was in here. I was trying to be I didn't want to put it out there either, so I was like trying to talk in code, but Ralph still has the iPad Linda gave him. Fingers crossed. That's good to hear, Pam. I was always scared to ask and I didn't hear it, so I was just like, okay, when you said he was enjoying his iPad, I think you said it last week. I thought, okay, good. I'm glad he still has an iPad.
Awesome.
Getting better with him getting mad. I tell him every day. I tell him what to do. If we have a problem, he will say, ask for help, and he is doing good with that. If he is having a hard day, I repeat it many times. Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's what Emily does too. We say, do you need help? I need help, please.
Awesome.
And it does seem to minimize it because then they know, okay, this is, because really they probably figured out too that throwing the fits and hitting things and things like that made it worse most often, or didn't help at all.
And I think this business of the uncontrolled anger, I think it's common. The autism spectrum, and of course, many people believe that erstwhile world chess champion Bobby Fischer was on the autism spectrum. Another former world chess champion that I think may have been on the autism spectrum was Alexander Alekhine. He had a reputation of being a poor loser, a notoriously sore loser. When he lost a game, he would pick up his king and hurl it across the room.
Oh, wow.
And after he lost a critical game at the Carlsbad tournament in 1923, a game that cost him any opportunity of winning the tournament, and that also earned his opponent the brilliancy prize for the tournament. he went back to his hotel room and smashed every stick of furniture in the room.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. That was like we took Emily bowling. I took her bowling with two of my other kids, and she got so frustrated because you only get what 2 times, right? Or yeah, to yeah. So if she didn't get the pins done, it was reset and it was the next person's turn. And oh my goodness, she got so mad at one point. She went and she yanked over this garbage can, knocked it over, and she got ready to throw something. But she got ready to throw, I think it was a pizza box. But then there was another time when before that, she raised the ball up over her head like she was going to throw it because she was so mad. So I had to get her out of there. But we found a game for her, miniature golf, because no matter what, she can hit the ball as many times as she wants until she gets it in the hole. So we found that okay, that's good, because then she can play her round and feel successful when she finally gets it in there. But
That's
yeah,
the
she's the
thing.
same way.
There's some activities that you may have to just
Mm-hmm.
avoid when you have your autistic child along, because of the fact there's something about it that the child can't handle.
Exactly.
Mentioning bowling and your daughter, that reminds me of something. One time when my late first wife and I went bowling with some friends when Dorothy was 2 years old. And at one point, anyway, Dorothy saw somebody bowl a strike, and she threw her hands up in the air and yelled, "Touchdown!"
Oh, that's cute. Teresa says, yes, he sleeps with me every single night. So it could be more the fact that it's you.
It's comfort.
You,
It's comfort for
yeah,
him.
yeah, it's probably you and your bed, but mostly you. I think if you try to start the night off with him in his bed and then you can sneak out, even if it's a little gap in time, it might get him more and more used to going to bed in his bed. The thing is too, because it's not really a good idea to sneak out of your own bed, because then you're not getting your sleep. So it's a good idea to probably start in his room, sneak out of the bed, and then it seems like that gap, it's just like babies waking up in the middle of the night. It seems like that gap goes longer and longer with them in their bed that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Ralph
took a
tells
minute real quick, but DeAndre eventually, like I said, he got it. And this was just a couple years ago. And now he doesn't even, he likes his privacy. So
mm-hmm. That goes right along with what Pam says right here. She says, Ralph tells me to get out.
get out. Right.
Mm-hmm. And the way they say it, really, too, like Emily was like, go downstairs, get out, go to mom's bed. But it's so curt. Let's see. Lori says, I let my daughter stay in my bed. She woke up screaming holy terror if she woke up alone in her bed. So 6 years.
Wow.
Teresa says, okay, I will try that. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah, keep us updated.
Yep. Lori says 36, Nita.
Oh, okay. 36. I knew she was
the piano.
older.
Grown woman, yeah.
Consistency was what worked for us. It hurts because they want to be both. They want to be with you so bad, but put your foot down and put their favorite toys in the bed with them. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And yeah, consistency. Like if you do that, like say 4 or 5 days, you have them in their bed, going to bed in their bed. The best thing about that is that they're acknowledging at bedtime, I go to my bed. And if you set that like that, even if they're waking up in the night, you're being consistent with where you put them to bed.
Right.
But don't let like night number 6, like, okay, you can sleep in here, because it really literally resets.
It's confusion, it confuses them. That's the thing.
Okay, so Danielle says, my husband had a hard time accepting the diagnosis for our son initially. He was grieving for the dreams he had for his son as a man. I was concentrating on our son and daughter care. I would just inform him of everything but continue to care for the children. He started coming to early intervention center, then participating. Eventually, they were asking my husband to talk to and encourage other dads. He even
Awesome.
arranged schedule around certain therapies to participate and gave me breaks. That's
Awesome.
good.
Yeah.
That's really good to hear.
Yes.
At first he was swimming in Egypt, and then he accepted the diagnosis. That's the thing. He accepted things as they were, and now he's again back to he wants the best for his son, best possible for his son, given the realities.
Mhm. Now,
And
see,
you
I
see,
I couldn't accept my son's diagnosis. It was actually the opposite. His dad um, came to me about it, and I didn't want to hear it. So yeah, that was but eventually, I came around and accepted it.
I was gonna say, yeah. Now you're on the polar opposite.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right. Very much so.
yeah, yeah. You're like a major advocate. Yeah, I think too. Not when people aren't familiar with something, the unknown is
Yes,
scary, confusing. How do you handle something you don't understand?
right. And I
And I,
definitely didn't know anything about
mhm,
autism. And you never want to hear, well, I know in my case, I didn't want to
mhm,
hear something was wrong with my baby. How dare
yeah,
you say something is
mhm.
wrong with my baby? He's
And
just
it
a
says,
baby.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah. And she said too that she would just inform him of everything, but continue to care for the children. And that those tidbits right there is probably what was feeding him the
Yeah.
information about it.
So as he got more familiar with it, he was like,
Mhm.
okay, yeah,
Mhm.
I can deal with this.
Got him
That's
into the
awesome.
idea of accepting the reality and doing the best for his
Mhm.
son given the reality.
Right.
And I think too, it's you're shocked, and you're kind of, and he probably seen that as time goes on, you see time is still going on. You're still progressing. You're still, everything is the same. There's a name to it, but things are still progressing. Things are still, you're successfully still moving forward. It might be different, but you're still doing this, and life goes on, and you feel like, oh, okay. Because at first you kind of feel like time stood still, and what do I do? What do you do? Then you start seeing you're still putting one foot after the next, and you're still, moving and going on. But it is hard.
Definitely.
Alice in Wonderland. Oh, that's right.
Now I'm picturing it too. The Queen
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
Hearts.
I pictured her. I just can't remember what movie I seen her from. Because I seen Nutcracker, but I didn't see I seen them watching Alice in Wonderland. But she has the heart for a mouth, and she has I remember. Oops,
Hey,
sorry everyone. I forgot
Victoria.
about. Hey Victoria.
And
Ninja
Victoria,
Turtles.
Ninja Turtles and Ben 10 and his Nerf guns. Okay. Okay, you guys, please hit that love button if you haven't. Thank you.
I'm going to get screen protectors and sturdy cases for all devices. I remember when they said Hummer couldn't break an OtterBox. I asked, but has it met autism?
Right.
They're like, oh no, no,
And
that's
those
on another
otter
level.
boxes are good, but they haven't met
They are.
autism.
Nope.
yeah. Well, it could break the one box, but it couldn't break the outer box.
Charles always has a joke.
Right.
um,
Wow.
Roxy says, "Oh my gosh, I'm glad she didn't hurt herself with those heavy balls. I was scared she was gonna
Wow.
hurt somebody else. Oh my goodness. I was scared for her too, but it looked like it was going the other direction. I haven't taken Jaylene because he would do something like that, or because she would do something like that. too, or she might just run to the end of the lane and knock him down. I expected that. That's what I expected. She even played with school. Like they took her on field trips to the same bowling alley too, and they said she did well. And I don't know what was up that day, but I was like, okay, for now on, we only play a game that she can manipulate.
Yeah. Well, I'm the bowling ball over her head thing. I'm kind of reminded of a comic strip in which you saw Charlie Brown and Linus getting on their skates, and you see Lucy struggling to get her skates on, and then as Charlie Brown and Linus are ready to face off with their hockey sticks, Lucy goes, "Okay, I'm ready. Throw me the hockey ball." And Linus turns to Charlie Brown and goes, "You invited her, I didn't." And then they had Charlie Brown and Linus ready to face off, and then Lucy comes at them with her hockey stick over her head, and she smashes it down, and the last frame shows Charlie Brown and Linus both laying on the ice, dazed, and Lucy is saying, "I love playing hockey ball."
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Emily had that. That's her favorite thing is the Peanuts characters. She loves Snoopy and Charlie Brown. She probably was envisioning that.
I'm putting a link in if anyone wants to come up for our last few minutes. So the link is in the chat.
Pam says Ralph was the happiest in his own bed. I always wanted him to sleep with me, but no.
But no, say, "Get out, Mama."
Right.
Well, that's like me. I'm from before I was 3 years old, I had before that I had a crib, and then, as when he moved into our house and my sister was about to be born, then my parents got me in my first regular bed, and had a railing on it. It was a toddler bed, but it was my first bed anyway, and it never was a normal routine for me to sleep with my parents.
I don't think I ever slept with my parents either.
Me neither.
No, I think I
My daughter
always
never
in my
slept
room.
with us.
I had to share a room with my sister, but yeah, that was it.
Yeah, we had all four of our kids sleeping in our bed at some point, like from time they were born until I guess toddler maybe. So Emily fell right into that pattern too, and then we had to undo that. If Angie started to cry, she could not stop. Queen said, she says, Queen never wanted to be in my bed. She loved her bed since birth. That's just like Ralph. Teresa says, okay, I will keep you guys in touch, and how he does in sleeping in his own bed. I'm anxious to see that.
Yeah, I hope it works.
Mm-hmm. I think I cried the entire year Raymond was diagnosed, especially when we started going all the different testing and therapies. Yeah, that was, oh my goodness, yeah. That just brings back memories. It was difficult. My daughter was into sports because she was extremely compatible. Remember. Competitive.
Yeah, maybe that's what you're looking for. Competitive, yeah.
Yeah. She is a sports model, trainer, physical trainer. 36 yesterday.
Okay.
And no, my parents didn't let us sleep in their bed. We were 4 kids.
Okay, everybody. If you want to come on up for the last few minutes, feel free. I'm also going to put our Giving Tuesday is this coming Tuesday, November 30th. So we are asking everyone to please support our community. I'm going to pin this up here. What happens on this day is, they call Meta now, Facebook, Meta, Instagram. They will match any donations. So Anything you can give, no matter how big or how small, is always appreciated, and it'll help us come up with more community programs. In this campaign, I want to be able to gift the calendars that we are creating. Last year, our parents had to purchase, although at a discount. I want to be able to give those who participated in this year's campaign for the beautiful faces. I want to be able to gift them away if we can get enough funds for that. So please consider supporting us this Tuesday, November the 30th, Giving Tuesday. The fundraiser is pinned at the top on our main page. And thank you.
Okay.
No one wants to come up this evening? Well, I hope all of you have a great rest of the evening. Any last words in the chat? Anyone want to give some inspiring words? Mr. Charles, any last words for tonight?
Yeah, I just want to say, we had, the mother telling about how, the kid's father really doesn't want to participate in the kids' lives. So on, whatever your circumstances are, focus on what you have rather than what you don't have. Just do the best you know how for your kids. You're not going to know all the right answers all the time. You're not always going to know how to handle every situation. Sometimes it's a matter of thinking ahead. And in case of buying a kid, an item that he can easily destroy, as an example. What's the kid's temperament? How does the kid react when things don't go as he expected? Does the kid have a problem with breaking things now? Well, this child doesn't really understand the value of things and has uncontrolled fits of anger. Maybe it might not be a good idea to buy him, a certain thing, even though all the other kids his age have them. You got to look at, can my child handle it? Can I afford it? Can I afford to have this broken? So it's always try to think ahead, and that's the thing I would say about the dealing with the destructiveness.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mr. Charles.
And
go
I
ahead.
think for Rose, I hope things get better, and I think Danielle says it as well: self-care, self-care, self-care. Even if that self-care is just allowing yourself to cry when you need to cry. Sometimes we prevent ourselves from crying and we never let it out. If that's what you have to do, go step away, cry, get it out, come back, regroup, and yeah, and like Roxy says, children always know our love. Love is something that's going to always be there. You may not have time to clean, do laundry, get the dishes done, but you will always have the love to show them. So I think that's important. And for Teresa, I hope you have a good week with his pattern of sleeping in his bed. And hopefully you come back and you tell us next Sunday that you got at least one night, hopefully, or at least, a start. And let us know what you did do. Or what you
We're going to
decided to
get
do.
you ladies up here sooner or later.
Yep.
Danielle's hair just came out of the snow there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I remember when my late second wife and I were on our honeymoon, I learned about bad hair. I mean, I'd heard the expression bad hair day, but there I really learned about bad hair days because we went to Hawaii and every day was a bad hair day for her.
Okay, thank you, everybody. And remember, I appreciate all of you so much. You guys are what keeps our community going. Thank you. And we will see you again, same time, same place, next Sunday.
Everybody have a good week.
All right. Everybody have a good week.
Yes. Do that.
Bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.